Let's look at the process accounts using the WAVCO method. We are using this same question. Here we have the opening inventory, the costs incurred during the period, then the closing inventory. We are done with this, so we are going to this. The process accounts, we said we prepare these ones: statement of production, statement of cost, and then the process account. Yeah, so we start. Can start with the process to account. You can have them in any order, it doesn't matter. So you put the cost element, then we have the units, then we have the value. That is the first side. Then the next side we have the same thing, cost element, we have the unit, then the value, like that. So that is our formatting of the process account. Then we go to the statement of production. Remember, we are using the WAVCO method, weighted average cost. So statement of production. In our first video for process costing, we saw the formatting. This is the formatting. Finished goods, we add closing work in progress. Then if there is an abnormal gain or loss, we add a loss, we subtract a gain, then we get the total. So this is the formatting. So we are going to have cost element, finished goods, closing work in progress, then we get the total. Since this time we don't have an abnormal gain or loss, yeah, like that. So that will be the formatting. Then we also have the statement of cost. The statement of cost using the WAVCO method, it is supposed to be like that: cost element, current amount, total equivalent, CPU out of that. So it is cost element, okay. It is cost element, here we are going to have the total amount, then total equivalent, then we have the CPU. Like that. So we start with our process account. Inside the process account, we start with the work in progress, the balance brought down, which is the opening, this, the units, and then the total. So it is 2,647. 647. Then after we go to the costs incurred during the period, we rate them the way they are here. So process 1, direct materials, direct labor, then the factory overheads. like that. So we just copy and paste. 10,000 units transferred from process 1 at that value. So here it's going to be 10,000, here it will be 1.6. For direct materials, 960, 360, 180, like that. You just copy them the way they are. Then we come to this side, we shall have finished goods. And also work in progress, the closing balance carried down. So for the units, the closing work in progress was 4,000. So we come here and write it here, 4,000. Then the finished goods, the value, we don't have it. So we get this plus this, it is 12,000. And 12,000 is greater than the 4,000. So you write here the 12,000. Then 12,000 minus 4,000. What you get, the difference, is the work in progress, which is 8,000. For the values, we are going to get them later. Yeah, so we come to the statement of production. So statement of production, our cost elements, we have process 1, direct materials, direct labor, then factory overheads. The factory overheads. So finished goods. Finished goods is this 8,000 that we got here. It is constant. So 8,000, 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. Then the closing work in progress. So closing work in progress, 4,000 is still work in progress. So 4,000. So the total here, it's going to be this plus this, which is 12,000. Then for direct materials, they told us 90% of this. So it's 90% of 4,000, which is 3,600. Then the total will be this plus that. So plus 8,000. Then for direct labor, 70% of this. So 0.7 times 4,000. Sorry, 0.7 times 4,000. It is 2,800. So plus 8,000, you get the total, which is 10. That. Then for factory overheads, it is 35. So 35 divided by 100 times 4,000, which is 1,400 plus 8,000. 9,400, like that. So that is our statement of production using the WAVCO method. Then our statement of cost, we still have the cost element, which is process 1, direct materials, direct labor, and then factory overhead. So here we are going to get the total amount of what was the opening inventory and the costs incurred during the period. So for process 1, we are going to add this plus this. So it will be 320 plus 16, like that. So that will be the value, the total amount for here. So it will be 1920, like that. So even for direct materials, we are going to add the opening plus what was incurred during the period, like that. So it will be 160. Direct labor will be this plus this, so it will be 432. For factory overheads, it will be 72 plus 180, so it is 235, like that. Then the total equivalent, we get the total that we got in the statement of production. These ones, we write them here. So this will be 12,000, 11,600, 10, 800, 9, 400. The CPU, it is this divided by this. So this divided by this, you get what to put here. So the first one, this divided by 12,000. It is 160. So this one is going to be 100. This is 40, and this is 25, like that. So the total, this plus this plus this plus that, it will be 325. So that is our statement. Of course, this is the cost per unit. Yeah. So for finished goods, how are we going to get the value for finished goods? We shall get this cost per unit times the units finished. So it will be 325 times 8,000. That will be it. It will be 2.6, like that. Then the value for work in progress, you can either do it the other way or just add this. You just add this minus this to get what to put here. So it can be 64700 plus 1600 plus 960 plus 360 plus 180. So it is 374700, like that. You put the same figure here. So minus this. So minus 2.650. So what you get is the value for work in progress. Or if you do not want to do it this way, you can find it manually. So you do the valuation of work in progress. We have process 1, direct labor, direct materials, direct labor, factory overheads. So we get the closing work in progress times the CPU. This times this. So it's going to be, for process 1, 4,000 times 160, like that. So 4,000 times 160. The next one, 3,600 times 100. This 2,800 times 40. This one 400 times 25, like that. So you calculate 4,000 times 160, you get 640. Then this you get 360. Then 280 times 40, you get 112. Then this 400 times 25, that is 35,000. Then you add that to 2 plus 112 plus 36, 4 zeros, plus 6, 4, 4 zeros. What you get is the value of work in progress. You see that this figure is the same as this figure that we got here. This is the same as this. So you can either do it that way or this way. It all works. So that is it. That is